Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 28 of Me, Him, and Football. Football from a couple's perspective. This is the show. If you know all about football, you're really into it.
Or if you don't know much about football and you're not that into it.
Exactly. So we got you covered. So on today's show, what we got coming up?
We're going to recap. We're going to recap game week 27. Little happenings and little ramifications. We're going into the final part of the season, so it's all starting to hot up now. We're going to talk about what was missed in the world of football because there's been a few interesting developments going on. So, we're going to catch up with those. Linda is going to learn
About assisting.
That's right. We're going to quiz her.
Of course. I've been
Maybe
doing all
about
right.
assisting.
Oh, Lord. We're going to highlight spotlight.
Arsenal beat Chelsea.
Come on. And then finally, it is couple v the league. Our predictions.
North London derby in game week 27. It went the same way as the one earlier in the season. The earlier season, Arsenal beat Tottenham 4-1. Eze scored a hat-trick. This time he didn't quite get a hat-trick, but he got two. Gyökeres got the other two. And that, 4-1 was the final score.
Come on.
That leaves Spurs 4 points from relegation. Tottenham Hotspur. But they did finish 17th last season, so is this their level? They've got that big shiny new stadium. Could be in the championship next season. That's 6 goals for Eze this season, and 5 of them will come against Tottenham.
Hey.
So he's got a little vendetta against them. All right. So Chelsea won, Burnley won. Now,
We weren't expecting that kind of score.
wasn't expecting that. Chelsea took the lead after 4 minutes, so it looked like it was going to be just a routine slapping of a relegation candidate.
Yeah.
But then Wesley Fofana, their defender, he got sent off for a second yellow card after 71 minutes. And then Burnley had a 93rd minute equaliser. So that's a blow for Chelsea, who are, trying to get a Champions League place.
Okay.
West Ham 0, Bournemouth 0. On the face of it, you're like, why are they talking about this result? But West Ham are in the relegation zone and they're inching closer to safety, So that point means they're now only 2 points behind Nottingham Forest, who are ahead of them outside of the relegation zone.
Okay.
And Forest, they conceded in the 97th minute to Liverpool. Painful one. Yeah, so they lost 1-0 at home. And that, for Liverpool, that means there have been 7 goals after the 90th minute in their games this season. 3 of them for them, 4 against.
And this is why you'd never give up.
And that's more than any in Premier League history. 7 goals. So if you watch Liverpool matches, you've got to stay to the end because you never know, there's always some late drama, it seems to be. Everton 0, Man United 1. Man United closing in on 3rd in the table. Benjamin Sesko again. He comes off the bench. He gets a winner for Man United. That's 6 goals in 7 matches, I think it is, under Michael Carrick, when he only had 2 in
Carrick is
19
still here.
under Amrit. Of course Carrick is still here. Carrick is our guy.
Okay.
Carrick is taking us to where we need to go.
Okay, sorry. Chelsea and money don't seem to be going hand to hand.
No, I mean, their 2024, 25 pre-tax losses have been reported, and they are the highest recorded in English football history and the second highest in European football history, second only to Barcelona in 2020,
Ouch.
21. And Barcelona, they were impacted by COVID and one-off costs. So this Chelsea pre-tax loss is an issue.
What's the reason?
In fact, what's the figure is what you need to...
It's true. What's the figure?
£342 million.
Wow.
Yes. Now, since this ownership took over a couple of seasons ago, they spent $1 billion on transfers. And with that kind of outlay, you'd think Chelsea should be the best team in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
They've just bought so many mediocre players. They're struggling. Their fans are not happy. I'm telling you. Whew, Chelsea, they've got some issues in the future because I don't know if they can sell a lot of these guys for big money, which means that they will then have to replace them by spending more money. And yeah, if they don't make Champions League this season, financially, they are in trouble.
It's crazy how finances impact a football team. You just think it's just anyone playing football, but you don't really think about the back end of it because that's actually wild.
Yeah, no. Basically, the teams who pay the most wages, there's a correlation that they're the ones who tend to be the most successful.
Yeah.
And so Chelsea are spending big money on transfers and then big money on wages, but they're not identifying the right players. So we'll see how that turns out for them in the next couple of years.
Boy.
Elsewhere, we're going to drop down a level into the Championship because there was a record set, not a record that this team wants. Sheffield Wednesday they became the earliest team to be relegated in English football history, being relegated in February. And worst of all, it was their city rivals Sheffield United who did it to them.
You're lying.
Just past weekend, Sheffield United beat Sheffield Wednesday 2-1. That left Sheffield Wednesday on -7 points.
No, I'm sorry. How do you have -7?
They were deducted 18 points for financial irregularities in the first half of the season.
Unfair.
Well, it's fair because they haven't complied with the rules.
Okay, but it isn't their performance that has had them relegated. It's those -18 points.
Well, listen, performance off the pitch is important because if you're cheating off the pitch and getting an unfair advantage, you have to be punished for it.
You're right.
Man City. Yeah, we'll see what happens with them. Elsewhere in the world, matches in Mexico were called off after violence erupted in the country between a cartel faction and government and military officials.
Hey.
And it does call into question how safe the World Cup will be,
Oh my gosh, for real.
especially as matches will be played in Guadalajara, which is the city where it all happened. So, apparently it was so bad that the president of Mexico had to be taken and kind of stored on a naval base because it wasn't safe for her on land.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So El Mencho, I believe is the guy's name, who was killed. He was captured in a raid, and his, the rest of his crew, they weren't happy about it, and they kicked off, burning the place, threats all over
Sounds like a movie, boy.
So, I mean, there are a lot of question marks happening around this World Cup in terms of, whether it's the American side and immigration and ICE and things, and now safety in Mexico. So let's hope that this doesn't continue into the summer.
Man.
And finally, a real important development that's just happened in the last 24 hours. The Premier League are going to launch a direct-to-consumer service in Singapore. Now, for years, people have talked about the Premier League launching a Premflix type platform.
Yes.
Where they own the platform and they distribute all the games and they charge a subscription fee.
Yeah.
No middleman.
Netflix, no Sky. Yep.
Yeah. Now, the first steps towards this is that the Premier League have taken production in-house, and from June they'll be producing their own content.
Yeah.
So, the chief executive Richard Masters, he told the Financial Times Business of Football conference that it will be a new app that you can download on your smart TV or laptop. All 380 games will be available, as well as additional programming on a 24/7 channel.
Of course they will, but how much is it going to cost?
Well, we'll see. They're going to roll it out in Singapore, and this will obviously be a test case for whether they roll it out to the rest of the world. So that could be the biggest shake-up in football broadcasting history. We know that the game of football is about goals, but you don't get goals without the assists, right? So there are different types of assists, Let's start with the through balls.
Okay.
Now, the through balls are very aesthetically pleasing, It's a ball that maybe played from deep and splits the defence, the striker runs onto it, or whoever the attacker runs onto it, and can end in a one-on-one chance, and they just slot it away.
Okay.
Then you'll get your crosses
Yes.
from wide areas. Player whips it in, striker runs on, heads it in, or maybe, they bring it down in the box and they just tuck it away. Different type of assist,
Yes.
So when you're going more direct. Then you've got your set pieces. So your free kicks, your corners.
Your throw-ons.
Similar, throw-ons as well. Yeah, so similar to crosses. They're coming in from wide areas and, you're trying to cause havoc in the box and one of your attackers gets on the end of it. But, so those are the main types of assists. But, there are other fancy ones as well. You might get a player backheeling it through or, a little chip over the top.
Okay.
Assists, they come in all shapes and sizes and they become more important in football, especially with fantasy Premier League.
Okay.
To be honest, assists weren't really talked about in football before then. It was just goals. Now all of a sudden, you might hear people talk about GA, goals and assists.
Okay.
So players are judged by their total goal contributions as opposed to just their goals.
Just to make it more confusing. This might actually be my favourite part of the show now. It's the quiz time. I've been doing quite well. Go on, let's go.
We'll see. Right. Question number 1. Who has the most assists in Premier League history? Is it A, David Beckham, or B, Ryan Giggs?
David Beckham.
Incorrect. It's Ryan Giggs with 162. Question 2.
Yes.
Which English player has the most assists in Premier League history? Is it A, Wayne Rooney, or B, Steven Gerrard?
Steven Gerrard?
Incorrect.
Oh my
It's
God.
Wayne Rooney with 103. Question 3. Which foreign player has the most assists in Premier League history? Is it A, Kevin De Bruyne, or B, Cesc Fabregas?
Cesc Fabregas.
Incorrect.
Nah.
It's Kevin
This
De
is rigged.
Bruyne with 119.
This week is rigged.
Well, you get one last chance at redemption.
Okay.
A bonus. 'Cause I don't think you've ever actually got them all wrong
No,
before.
I haven't.
All right, bonus. Who has the most consecutive wins against an opponent in the Premier League?
Okay.
Is it A, Manchester City, or B, Liverpool?
Man City?
Ooh, she saved
Oh,
herself.
thank God.
Yep, they've got 17 consecutive wins against Fulham.
London's going to be hot again with the one we're spotlighting right now. It is Chelsea. No, it's Arsenal v Chelsea.
Correct, yep.
So that means that they're playing where?
At the Emirates Stadium.
Okay,
Yeah.
I understand it.
So obviously Arsenal had a big win last week in the London derby against their biggest rivals, Tottenham. Now, this one isn't a fierce derby, but it's normally for bragging rights.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Chelsea have won 2 Champions Leagues. Arsenal have never won it. But then Arsenal have traditionally been a bigger club than Chelsea. Let's keep it real.
Really? So
Yeah.
like a
Oh,
bit
yeah,
of a
yeah.
hater.
No, Chelsea have only been big since 2005 when Abramovich came in. And their fans like to act like they've been big throughout their history. No, Chelsea were small boys before then. Arsenal, we've got to give it up. Even though I'm an Arsenal hater, Arsenal are legit one of the, after Liverpool and Man United,
Yeah.
they are probably the biggest team in English history.
Okay.
Arsenal are currently top, coming off the big win.
Yeah.
But Chelsea, they've had 2 draws in a row. So they're starting to stumble and falter a bit.
momentum isn't there.
The momentum isn't there. So they're going away to the Emirates as well. It's going to be a very tough ask. Only Manchester United have beaten Arsenal at the Emirates in the
Of course
league.
he's going to mention that.
Yeah, well, it's a very relevant fact. So for Chelsea to go there and beat Arsenal, it's a tall
not
order.
looking good.
It's not looking good. However, they do have their striker, João Pedro, who's in banging form. He scored again last week, so I think that's something like 5 or 6 goals in the last 6 or 7 weeks. So he's on fire. Cole Palmer didn't score last week, but he has been in good goal scoring form going into last week. So if those two can link up, maybe they can cause Arsenal problems. But yeah, it's going to be tough to see past Arsenal for this one.
A couple v the league. It's time for the predictions for last week. Yes, Carl is currently on 22 points. He's taken over again, but I'm not too far behind, 20 points. Let's see if things can change. So hit me. Aston Villa v Leeds.
1-1.
Oh, no one got that right. Brentford v Brighton.
Surprise one here. Brentford 0, Brighton 2.
Brentford 0, Brighton 2. No one got that right. Brighton 2, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Chelsea v Burnley. No one got this right.
No, Chelsea 1, Burnley 1.
No. West Ham v Bournemouth.
0-0.
Nope. Man City v Newcastle.
2-1.
Boop! Linda's back.
What?
Yes, baby. Read it and weep. Read it. 2 Man City. Yeah, thank you. All right. Crystal Palace v Wolves.
Crystal Palace 1, Wolves 0.
Nope, no one got that right. Nottingham Forest v Liverpool.
Nottingham Forest 0, Liverpool 1.
No one got that right. Sunderland v Fulham.
Sunderland 1, Fulham 3.
Nope. Spurs v Arsenal.
No one got this. Spurs 1, Arsenal 4.
You nearly got it. You said 3 though. And Everton v Man U.
Everton 0, Man United 1.
Nope. All right. So that leaves me, creeping back with 21.
Yeah, I don't want to finish you and give you no hope. I want you to have hope. We need to make this thing interesting, isn't it? So I'll keep you in it until the end. I'll just finish you.
Anyway, so there's 2 game weeks this week. So we're going to start off with game week 28 and then we're going to do game week 29. So Wolves v Aston Villa. Oh, Wolves are not doing very well. So I'm going to say Wolves 0, Aston Villa 2.
Well, Villa have been faltering a little bit recently. So I'm going to go Wolves 1, Aston Villa 1.
All right. Then we've got Bournemouth v Sunderland. I won't lie, I can't remember anything about these teams. So I'm going to say Bournemouth 1-1.
I'm going to go Bournemouth 2, Sunderland 0.
Then Burnley v Brentford. I do know that Burnley aren't doing well. And Brentford are doing better.
Yes, Brentford are 7th and chasing a European place. So
Burnley 0, Brentford 2.
shouldn't even be helping her, should I?
Come on.
See that she thinks she's so good.
Come on.
I'm going to go Burnley 1, Brentford 2.
Liverpool v West Ham. Clearly Liverpool are taking this because West Ham are currently in the bin. So I'd say Liverpool 2, West Ham 1.
West Ham have been a lot better recently. Only 1 defeat in the last 5. I'm going to go... Yeah, Liverpool 2, West Ham 0.
Newcastle v Everton. I think they're both quite similar places in the league right now.
They are... Everton are 9th, Newcastle are 11th.
See, close enough. So I'm going to say actually Everton to win. So I'm going to go 2 for Newcastle and 3 for Everton. Those are goals.
Newcastle in the Champions League. Just been drawn against Barcelona at home in the Champions League. But Newcastle, Everton, I'm going 1-0 Newcastle.
Leeds v Man City. Man City are going to win. I'd say Leeds 1, Man City 3.
This could be a banana skin, you know. Man City, they're only 5 points behind Arsenal, but Leeds, they've been better recently. I'm going to go Leeds 0, Man City 2.
Because I can't write anymore. No, Man City 2. Okay. Brighton v Nottingham Forest. 2-2.
Oh, wow. She's got faith in Nottingham Forest. I'm going Brighton 2, Nottingham Forest 0.
Fulham v Tottenham. Oh, after their recent loss, I think their chest is going to be low. So I think it's going to be Fulham 1, Tottenham 0.
Yeah, Fulham, you know, they won their last game away at Sunderland, which was a tough one. I'm going Fulham 3, Tottenham 1.
Okay. Man U v Crystal Palace. I'm going to back the boys, but I don't think it's going to be big. 1-0.
I'm backing them, and I'm going 2-0.
And then finally, our spotlighted match, Arsenal v Chelsea. I think it's going to be a 2 for Arsenal, 1 for Chelsea.
I think it's going to be 1-0 Arsenal.
All right. And then game week 29, Bournemouth v Brentford. 0-0.
Currently 7th and 8th in the table, so that's a tough one. I think I'd lean to Bournemouth because they're at home. I'd go 2-1 Bournemouth.
Then Everton v Burnley. Everton 2, Burnley 0.
Everton 1, Burnley 0.
Leeds v Sunderland. I don't know here, so the same again. 1 to Leeds, 0 to Sunderland.
I'll go 1-1.
Wolves v Liverpool. Liverpool are going to smack up Wolves. I think it's going to be 1 to Wolves, 3 to Liverpool.
I mean, Wolves did draw with Arsenal at home, 2-2. So I don't know if they're going to get smacked up. At Liverpool, they've been stuttering recently. I'm gonna go 1-1. Surprise.
Right. Aston Villa v Chelsea. I think this is going to be very tough. I think it's going to end in a draw, a 2-2 draw.
It's a big battle for the Champions League places. This one, I think Villa will raise their game. I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa.
Then Brighton v Arsenal. Arsenal are going to have this, but Brighton are going to fight. I think it's going to be 1 to Brighton, 2 to Arsenal.
This will be Brighton 0, Arsenal 1.
Then we got Fulham v West Ham. Once again, Fulham are going to be taking this home. I think it's going to be a 3-0.
West London versus East London. I'm going 2-0 Fulham.
Man City v Nottingham Forest. 2-1 to Man City.
3-0 Man City.
Right. Newcastle v Man United. I'm going to say 1-1.
Yeah, it's a tough one to predict. But I'm going with my boys,
You
the
always
real
do.
United. Newcastle 1, Manchester United 2.
All right, and finally, Tottenham v Crystal Palace.
Sheesh.
I feel like both of these clubs are quite similar right now, where their headsets at, or mindset, should I say. So, 2-2 draw.
Palace a bit better than Tottenham. Tottenham no wins in the last 5. Palace 2 wins in the last 5. Tottenham are rubbish at home. I'm going to say Palace are going to upset them. Tottenham 1, Palace 2.
All right. And that is a wrap on another episode. Thank you as always for tuning in with us.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to connect with us on the socials. They are
TikTok, Insta, YouTube, and
Twitter. No, we said
that's the one.
Is it? Yeah, AKX. And we've got email address as well.
mehimanfootball@gmail.com. So hit us up with any queries, suggestions, or just comments.
Till next time.